Hey guys, Dr. Raj Singh here from Healor in Las Vegas. Today let's talk about dihydrotestosterone or DHT. Most men on testosterone, all the focus is on testosterone. But there is another hormone that may matter just as much. That's DHT or dihydrotestosterone. And depending upon your levels, it can help you or it can hurt you. So today we're going to break down what DHT actually is, how it affects your body on TRT, about hair loss, libido, and of course prostate health, and when you should or you should not block it. That's an important question. So what is DHT? Let's start with that. DHT or dihydrotestosterone is one of the most potent androgens we have in the human body, and it is derived from testosterone through an enzyme called 5-alpha reductase. Now, only about 5 to 10% of testosterone gets converted to DHT. So here is a key point. DHT is significantly more powerful than testosterone at the receptor level. It binds more strongly and it stays bound longer, which makes its effect more intense than testosterone. DHT is produced mainly in prostate, the skin, and also the liver through a pathway we call it as a classic pathway. But there is a second mechanism, we call it the backdoor pathway, where DHT is produced without testosterone as an intermediate. Now, this backdoor pathway is clinically relevant in a certain hormonal disorders, but for men on TRT, you only have to worry about the classic pathway. In the classic pathway, like I mentioned, DHT is produced mainly in the prostate, the skin, and of course the liver. Both testosterone and dihydrotestosterone or DHT, they bind to the same androgen receptor. Now, but DHT, it binds more tightly and it dissociates or separates from the receptors much more slowly. Now, once it does bind, it will enter the nucleus of the cell, it will activate gene transcription, and of course, it will drive the androgen effect. This is why DHT, it plays such a powerful role in our body. DHT in men is responsible for facial hair, body hair, prostate growth, sebaceous gland activity, so that'll produce more acne or more oil, make the skin more oily, male pattern hair loss, when the hair are starting to go out from here, sexual function, and of course, the sex drive or libido. There are other roles for DHT. DHT also plays a role in the nitric oxide pathway, which is important for erections. DHT also affects the mood by GABA-related metabolites. So keep that in mind. And of course, it affects the body composition, like fat percentage versus muscle percentage, all of those things. So this is not just a bad hormone like many will say. It has its good side and it also has a bad side. When you start testosterone therapy, DHT levels typically will rise because you have more substrate. So there is more conversion to DHT. And because of this conversion to DHT, many men will notice the sex drive is better, energy is better, but also some thinning of hair, skin becomes more oily, and also can have some prostate symptoms, which are negative symptoms. Now let's dive into the controversy around DHT. This is where things get interesting. The question is, should you block DHT or do you leave it alone? Now, if you were to block DHT, medications like Finasteride and dutasteride are helpful. They can reduce DHT by up to 70% with Finasteride and up to 98% with dutasteride. And these medications are used for hair loss, and they're also used for men who have enlarged prostate. But when you are on these medications, there is a trade-off, because when you are blocking DHT, there are certain risks to be aware of. When you block DHT, some men are going to experience decreased sex drive, erectile dysfunction, reduced ejaculation. This is especially problematic for men who already have difficulty in ejaculation or delayed ejaculation, but may be beneficial for men who have premature ejaculation. Gynecomastia or breast enlargement. There is also some concerns about changes in the mood. Like I said, DHT does affect GABA by its metabolites. Depression has been reported for men who take these medications, the Finasteride or the dutasteride. And in some cases, actually, men may feel worse overall. So that may not be related to testosterone, but may be related to issues with blocking DHT. So yeah, these medications can help with hair loss, they can help with prostate symptoms, but they also can negatively impact quality of life. So something to keep in mind. Now I talked about the benefits of DHT, some of the problems with DHT. So what's the key takeaway from this? So DHT is not the enemy. Yeah, I'm going to say that again. DHT is not the enemy. It is about balance. Most of my practice is all about balance and hormone optimization. When you have physiologic levels of DHT, it supports sexual function, it supports the mood, and it supports normal androgen activity. So those are all good things. Those are all good things. But supraphysiologic levels of DHT will contribute to hair loss, prostate growth, and also maybe cardiovascular risk as well. Okay, so I made a big deal about DHT, the pros, the cons, but do we need to test for DHT? Now, in most cases, routine DHT testing is not required. We test for DHT is in certain rare endocrine conditions. I'm not going to bore you with that. And developmental disorders, so that's more applicable in the pediatric population. In TRT patients, we have to focus on the symptoms and the clinical pictures and not just chasing lab numbers, but it may be helpful to look at DHT levels in someone who is having issues with prostate or someone who has androgenic alopecia or male pattern hair loss. But otherwise, routinely, we do not need to test DHT for every male patient who is on TRT. So if you're on TRT, so what can you really do, or what you should do? Optimize testosterone. Don't maximize it. There's a difference, right? You know what I mean. So optimize your testosterone, but do not over maximize it. Watch for symptoms such as hair loss, sex drive, prostate symptoms. Only consider DHT blockers if clinically necessary. And if you do decide to start taking finasteride or dutasteride, start at a lower dose and reassess. Do not suppress DHT aggressively without a reason. At Healor, we don't just look at testosterone. We look at the entire androgen pathway. Testosterone, DHT, estrogen, and symptoms. Because the goal is not just hormone levels, it's optimal function and long-term health. If you are on TRT and you're dealing with hair loss, libido issues, or side effects from TRT, don't take a guess. Get a proper evaluation, because when it comes to hormones, balance matters more than extremes. If you'd like a consultation with myself or our qualified team, please visit healor.com.